Chipper Chat, this is Chipper Chat Chat. This is where we rap about what Chipper Chat Chat is. Podcast made from two nerdy brown boys, both 30 years old, buying all the fresh toys. One of us anime, other Marvel fanboys, both drawing hella shit, bringing fans hella joy. Both love to talk shit, that you make it more noise. If you're in our game, don't fuck with these boys.
What up, Chipper Chapperinos? It's motherfucking... What episode is this?
24, I think.
Episode 24. Is it going to be a special episode because it's just about animes?
No, I think 24 is fine.
Episode 24. Fucking... What was the wet sandwich? Bring that one back.
Sandwich.
Alright, so I guess we're going to talk about the animes that we've been
are there any
checking
news
out.
in general, or is just... There is really nothing, is there? Not that I can think of.
For movie news?
Yeah, movie, comic news, whatnot.
They released the pictures of Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
there we
They've been
go.
doing that for a while now.
See
Well,
it.
for a while, I mean like maybe 2 weeks.
Couple days.
I think we've got two like really good photos.
It's just a picture of
It's just
Benedict
him with
fucking
facial hair.
Cumberbatch with a goatee
Yeah,
and
I
a
agree.
jacket. It's not Doctor Strange.
Nah.
But
It's
it is
just
cool.
whoever he was before he's Doctor Strange.
But it is cool to see them that they're starting to really work on it. And
Yeah, I guess it's a real
it just
thing
means
now.
that there's gonna be way more photos coming out soon.
I want to see more just to find out what the tone of this movie is going to
Yeah.
They said
Because
horror.
I know, but like they said that Ant-Man's a heist film, but it still was a
Comedy heist.
it's still a
Fun.
Marvel movie
Yeah.
where the plot.
I think if anything, it'll have like... It'll definitely feel like a Marvel movie, but there'll be a touch of... horror, maybe.
They can't take out the Marvel humor.
No, that's got to be there. It's going to be there. I don't know where it'll be. Hopefully, you know what? I don't know who's the main villain.
Well, they got a dude playing Mordu and probably Dormammu because the.
I was going to say, could you
Hannibal
make
guy's
one
in
of
there.
them guys slightly humorous?
I mean, you could definitely make the devil humorous.
Yeah, that'd
if
be-
he's
that'd be-
playing Mephisto. Or
it'd be an
whatever, which is
interesting
what
concept.
I think they should do instead.
Mephisto, right?
Yeah, instead of.
That'd be good, I think, because that way it's like a devil with a sense of humor from Marvel
And if
before.
they keep him around long enough, he can undo Peter Parker's marriage if they get that far.
I doubt it.
One day more, they can do a crossover with Les Mis.
They said there was a photo of the bad guy, Chiwetel.
There's
I haven't seen it. but
footage of it.
A photo
A photo of it.
of him.
Well,
I haven't seen
I don't
it.
even know if he's gonna be the bad guy in this one.
Well, you know what I mean.
But I am
The character.
wondering- I'm
There's
wondering
already
if
a
he's gonna
photo
be
of
the
that
bad guy
character.
by the end of it. That'd be pretty tight. But at the same time, I don't know a whole lot of anything about Doctor Strange, so I'm happily going into this one kind of blind.
I'm keen. I'm just keen to watch it.
Yeah. I know of him as far as an exterior character in the Marvel Universe because I've seen cartoon appearances by him. I've played video games where he appears in the story, and it's always oh, there's some kind of crazy magic. We better go to Doctor Strange.
Yep,
and he's chilling in this thing with his weird bald Asian homie.
He's floating with his fingers,
Right,
doing
he's
his
doing
fingers.
the Spider-Man pose, and there's colors, swirls, and stuff, and that's fine. But if they're gonna make a whole movie, I'm quite curious if I'm gonna give a shit at the end of it.
I'm keen to watch it. I don't really
I'm
know much
definitely
about it.
excited.
I don't know enough about it to be oh, they've changed so and so, this
Right.
and that. But
That's
I'm
the
gonna,
main thing.
I'm gonna walk in, and I'm probably gonna walk out going, "That was fun."
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
don't
glad we
the
have-
attachment
yeah,
to be
absolutely.
no, what about
Yeah. What
Blake?
about
Yeah,
so and
'cause
so?
It doesn't mean anything really to me.
But I mean, I have faith that it's gonna be fun at least.
My thing is, I want him to have some version of the red cape. And I
Yeah,
want him to have a pimp collar.
I think the collar is gonna be a thing for
He's
sure.
got to do. He doesn't necessarily need the leopard skin Kirby Crackle gloves, but he's got to have some of the hand motion.
He's gonna have the hand motions, dude.
I hope the magic is legit. I want to see floating.
Yeah,
runes
I wanna
and stuff.
see- yeah,
in
I wanna
He's
anime.
gotta do one. I feel like he should do one gimmicky magician move. Some.
But he's
really,
not a magician.
He's not really. He does magic.
He's the sorcerer supreme.
He's a
and he does
sorcerer.
magic, but he's not like a
But
stage
wouldn't it be
magician
really
like
stupid?
Zatanna. or
Yeah, but
whatever.
wouldn't it be really stupid if he just did the flower trick where he pulled
I'm
out
sure.
a
See,
bouquet of
that's
fake
where the humor's
flowers?
gonna come in.
Yeah.
From him doing actual
He'll
party
do.
trick
He'll
magic?
do a
Yeah,
couple.
like that kind of
Really?
thing.
I think I have. Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
it'd be funny to see.
I don't know.
I feel like
Maybe
that could work.
when they do a
I
crossover
also
with
don't
the
know
other
anything about the
characters.
characters, so maybe I'm just way off.
I feel like that's more of a Zatanna kind of magic character. Where
But
she
he's also
literally
not-
has the top hat.
He's
and
also
does
not
rabbits and stuff.
a wand.
Right, because he's not a fucking magician.
He's not a wizard. He's not a wizard either.
Right. What's up?
I thought he's
You're
not
a
a wizard.
wizardary.
He's a sorcerer. He's
Is
the
there a
sorcerer
difference
supreme.
than like a warlock and a?
I think there's a visual difference at
Visually,
least.
like wizards tend to be like big beard and the hats and stuff.
Right. And
Sorcerer is like you're a spellcaster.
Sorcerers
Like a
well, kind of.
Warlocks are
are
usually
just male
evil.
witches. But I think sorcerers are like the Lord of the Rings guys.
Gandalf.
Like Gandalf, yeah, they're like that kind of.
Yeah.
Even though Dumbledore somewhat looks the same as ish.
Sort of, but I mean in the kind of magic that they do, and what they look like visually. The robes.
Like Gandalf didn't have a magic wand. He did have a staff.
He had a staff though. That's kind of a giant wand. Isn't
Yeah, it is a giant wand. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
Other movie talk. Wonder Woman supposed rumors. They've cast the villains. I think.
Say what?
Oh, Kim. What's her name? Tom Cruise's ex-wife, the Australian
Nicole
Nicole
Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
She's the villain.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
A
Oh, I
villain.
heard she was in talks for some Marvel movie. I didn't hear what it was though.
No, she's in Wonder Woman. DC.
Which is
DC.
DC.
movies.
Was it DC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's.
Maybe they just said comic book movie. Maybe that's what I
Right.
read.
Yeah,
She's supposed to
probably.
be either the mom or the villain in that
Yeah.
movie.
But they're saying she might be the villain.
Which, cool. Good for her.
Yeah.
She looks kind of scary now. She could be a scary
Good for
person.
DC.
Aw.
Keep moving on.
Mean.
What?
Nicole Kidman's not scary looking.
She can.
So-
I think a lot of them
sometimes.
can.
She does that thing
Yeah, where
you
she pulls
pull
her head back.
fucking hair back as hard as you can. I guess is like a facelift pocket version.
It's a mini
I
facelift
don't
where
like it.
they
It's not an attractive
they
thing.
pull all their
I
hair
think the
back.
thing for me is not that actresses get older, but that they fight it so hard that
Don't
they
fight
end
it.
up looking
Yeah.
weird trying to fix
Don't
it.
fight it. Just let it go, like gracefully, or
Yeah.
even like slowly.
Yeah, just get.
If you're gonna
turn
fix
into
yourself,
another person.
slowly fix it. Don't be like, I need a drastic change.
Right.
I'm
Don't
gonna change
Renee
all of my
Zellweger
face.
your eyes off or whatever. But maybe she did that for she just never liked how it looked. I would have been able to.
I think
my
it's
eyes off.
supposedly it's back. I think.
What? She got him added?
think so.
That's dumb. I,
This podcast is getting weird.
I can cut this part.
no, keep
I'm
all of
leaving
it.
this. It's quick.
You hate it, but Chloe Grace Moretz is.
Oh,
I don't care now because
that's fine. It's not the Disney one.
Chloe
I
Grace
was wondering
Moretz.
that.
Yeah,
She
it's
got
Universal.
cast as Little Mermaid.
They said the lead. They didn't say Ariel. They said the lead.
She's gonna be the Little
Yes.
Mermaid.
But her name is. I know it is, but
It doesn't
her
have to
name
be
wasn't Ariel.
or
It
whatever,
wasn't
that's
that
fine.
character. That's Disney's version of it.
So
That's
it won't
fine.
have music.
It won't
Yeah,
be
I thought
musical,
it would
and
be
it's going to be
movie.
probably dark as well. If it's based off the actual
Yeah,
original
it's like when
story.
they did Snow White and the Huntsman. It's not the Disney
Yeah.
Snow White.
Yeah.
It's just the grim fairy tales.
Yeah, it's just a
That
great
would be
fairy tale.
interesting.
That's why I'm like, all right, cool. Because if she was Ariel, I'd be like,
I know,
nah.
like, she can't sing. Can
Well,
she
not even
sing?
that. It's just I don't really see it, so I'm
Yeah.
okay. If this is like, yeah, they do it. Go.
Yeah,
Go on, do it. Have a good time.
Who gives a shit? What else is there?
Good time.
Anything else happened recently?
I'm trying to
I
think.
feel like things happen.
Apart from other shows that we've been watching, which
Yeah,
have been
and then
good.
I just don't watch a lot of other
Supergirl
shows.
started. I haven't watched any of
Still
it
haven't
Yeah.
watched
I started the second episode, but immediately we
Stopped
started
it.
doing
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else. But we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. So far,
Ash
so good.
versus Evil Dead's been
We
good.
watched the second
We
episode of
watched-
that.
Ash, yeah, second episode.
First episode was excellent. Second episode followed through solidly.
First episode was awesome.
Yeah.
Second episode, I missed parts of it,
But
but
it was
it
still
just
good.
seemed.
I think it was very
seemed
good.
good, but it didn't seem
No,
as great.
I
as
think
the
it was
first
very.
episode.
I think the first one felt excellent because it's been. It felt like finally we're back to it.
It seemed like there was more of the Raimi-isms.
Well,
Yeah.
makes sense because he
Visually.
did it.
But I feel like if you
could've
set that up as
imitated
that's
it.
the look of the show, do that more. But there
Second
was an
episode, there was a
interesting
handful
shot.
of interesting shots in there.
There was a handful. Like there was a shot of a point of view from the
the
barrel
gun,
of the
which is
shotgun.
excellent because you
That
don't
was
see that.
visually interesting, but it was so quick that it kind
Yeah,
of felt
it wasn't
like
lasting.
I thought they would do that more, but they didn't.
Right.
I think it's because I think they might have just had to move the story along because you
Yeah.
can't exactly have those shots all the time.
For sure.
You know.
Just hoping that,
Oh, yeah.
that
As it goes
new
along,
directors
absolutely,
show up, that they
absolutely.
start pushing those
Absolutely.
Raimi-isms even
We
further.
can only hope. They had some really good edits in this one actually,
Yeah.
but I like that. I'm liking the series.
Yeah, so far so good, I think, on that
Yeah.
one.
Did you guys catch up? We're all caught up on shows.
Yeah. Though, what about the characters of this one? Is there any standouts? You said you were excited about Xena.
Lucy Lawless. She wasn't in this episode.
Wait, what?
In Ash vs. Evil Dead, you said you wrote down on your notes that you were
yeah.
excited that Xena
What
was
was
in
she in the first one? I didn't
She was
see
in the
her.
first episode. She wasn't in this one.
But what was she in the first episode? I can't remember now.
She just kind of rocked up.
She showed up for a second and said something, but I don't think they've expanded on her character yet.
Well, if she does become...
She is. She joined this cast.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's tight. If I could remember what she was, but it was tight to see her.
Well, you wrote in the notes that you said it was exciting to
it-
see a nostalgic character, even though she's not Xena now. Or
Yeah, it's nice to see... Yeah, because when she came on the screen or whatever and I saw her in the first episode, I was just super stoked. I didn't care what she was going to be in the show. I was just like, yes!
It was nice,
yes!
too, because we watched it with a group, so everybody could kind of be excited together.
Yeah, but I mean, and I was just thinking that that's the same response I get whenever I see her on stuff now. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking Xena warrior princess!
She
Yeah,
was
I
in
was-
Spartacus.
Yeah, but I didn't care about
I
that.
didn't-
Yeah, I
show
didn't
much.
either, but like she was a regular
I
there.
heard it, but it doesn't matter.
She was
But
great in Shield.
Shield was cool. I wish that she would have stuck
I
around,
know,
but she
that was
left
so
to do this
sad.
show, so if that's the trade-off, I guess I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And when Xena was run by the Raineys, so
Oh.
that's why she left to work on this. She was like, a chance to work with these guys again.
Yeah.
I've got to do this.
Huh, that's cool.
And Remy might be back to do a bit more. I don't know.
Well, he's main producer. I'm sure if he
Yeah.
gets the itch, he'll come back and do
Absolutely. I
something.
mean, he did the first one already.
Maybe he'll do the finale.
First and last, man. Bookend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's been good.
It's been good so far. Mexa Kramer doesn't bother me as much as I was
No.
expecting. His hair is
He was
still
a
done.
little, he was a little like over the top in the first episode. It seemed.
Yeah. They have to establish
Not
characters.
as over the
No.
top as I was expecting.
Yeah, I was
him
expecting.
to be
I was
based on what
expecting
he
to be
looked
annoyed by all the side
Like.
characters.
Right.
Like,
I was
honestly,
like, why do we even need this?
I was even prepared to like. Yeah, I'm just gonna write them off, but like they're not
Yeah, they
annoying
don't bother
to me.
Especially the girl doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
The dude, his look still, I don't like it at all.
You don't like
It's
the
too
moustache
fucking
and
like
the hair.
Pedro from mixed with
Yeah.
Napoleon. Like they fused into one
Kind
character
of.
and said, "Now that's what you look like," but you don't act like that.
No,
or
you act-
sound like
You
that.
act, you act and sound nothing like either of these
Right,
two.
you sound normal relatively, but we're gonna make you look like a
Aesthetically,
fucking
though,
idiot
you
cartoon.
do look like a character.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
But
whatever. He's unique looking. Mexa Kramer will grow on me. I don't know what the fuck his actual name is
Mexa
because he
Kramer.
doesn't matter that much. But he's
Mexa
Mexa
Kramer.
Kramer till I can remember it. The girl, I also don't know her name, but she's cool. Again, I don't understand the quick version of let's make a character gothic.
she's not really gothic though, based on this
She said
episode.
she was. in
This
the first
you don't. I know,
episode.
but you don't really see her as a goth at this point.
She just got black hair. She's got kind of like over makeuped.
Over makeuped.
And I think they gave her some sort of obscure piercing. Her nose is pierced or something. They're like,
Something like
there you go. She's goth now.
She's
so
hip.
pale-faced
She's
makeup.
definitely different.
Yeah. So whatever. She doesn't bother me. Ash is on point as always.
But
Bruce
other,
Campbell
like other
has never
news, I
lost
can't
it.
really think. Like other movie, TV news, I can't really think of anything.
Well, that's not the purpose of this episode anyway. Anime time. We watched some animes recently.
First one we'll talk about was the one that was recommended by a mate, which is the Polar Bear.
Polar Bear Cafe.
Polar
or
Bear
something.
Cafe. Eric and Melissa.
Yeah, they said they wanted us to watch this last time they were over, so we checked out a couple episodes.
Because
while
think of
Flora
it
was
like a
passed out.
slice of life with animals. So we're like, okay, what does that mean? But we checked it out, and it was entertaining.
Yeah, it's basically an animal or a big ass polar bear runs a cafe that is basically geared towards animals.
And everybody, actually.
I've only seen animals
Really?
other than the one girl
No.
that works there.
The animals mainly inside, but if you looked at like any of the previous episode in the cafe, a lot of other people, like actual humans, go to the cafe as
Well,
well.
all the main characters are
Yes,
animals,
of course, like,
that's the
except for one
focus.
girl.
And I think it's funny they go to the zoo and nobody's like.
Well, some of them are. They freak out when they go on
Right.
certain exhibits and
But
stuff.
only when the polar bear goes where he's not supposed to go.
That's what's
They
funny
freak
about
out.
it. Yeah, it's funny though. That's
Everywhere
what.
else, though,
But
it's
that's what's
fine.
funny about this show. It's like it is a slice of life, but it's like an everyday life. But imagine animals.
It's not at
just
all in
incorporated.
every
Yeah, exactly.
because there's animals everywhere. It's
Anyway.
like if the real world clashed with that new Zootopia movie and everybody was just fine with it.
Oh yeah.
So basically, the show follows a panda named Panda, right?
Yeah.
He's just
Yep.
named Panda. in
His
Polar
name
Bear?
Panda.
And he apparently so far, of the 3 episodes that I've watched of him, He's very lazy, and he is very. He just like reminds me of like a really really young kid, which I guess is the point. He's supposed to be like.
I don't know how young he's supposed to be, but he lives at home. His mum said to get a job because all he's doing is being lazy.
Yeah, and he's like the laziest thing I've ever seen.
But it's awesome because it's very much a panda.
It seems like he's supposed to be like a fat, lazy teenager.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they write him very much as a panda who's obsessed with panda merchandise.
Yep.
And thinks that pandas are the best
Yeah,
and
he
cutest
thinks
or
pandas
whatever.
And cutest.
But he just sounds kind of lazy and wimpy or whatever.
He's very self-centered.
He's very focused on pandas are the cuteness.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
But, like,
he's not
specifically
self-centered. I
human.
wouldn't
He's
say
not because he
self-centered.
doesn't come off as someone that you hate because of what his
Whatever,
actions.
he had that whole conversation at the table of them telling him how cute he was.
Right, but not in a like you guys aren't. It's never like I'm better than.
It's always
you
just
guys.
like, I'm
He's
cute,
like,
right?
But I'm cute. Isn't it the best?
I'm cute, right?
We
And
all
they're like,
agree
yay.
that pandas are cute.
That's it, though.
And he got
he's
his
a-
dream job being a panda at the zoo.
A part-time panda.
Yeah, part-time, not full-time panda.
Not full-time.
part-time panda.
But
Likes
yeah, the
bamboo.
series
Oh, and the
is
polar bear
quite
and
good.
the-
We haven't met the third or the fourth character yet. We haven't met the grizzly.
I think he might be coming in later. I'm not really sure. I think the focus of the
I've
season.
only seen him in any of the thumbnails at the end
Yeah,
of the season.
the penguin though is
But
awesome.
the panda befriends a polar bear and a penguin named Polar Bear and Penguin.
Yes.
Yes.
And
those
the
are
polar
main
bear owns
characters.
the Polar Bear Cafe.
Yes.
He's usually just the bartender, I guess.
He owns it.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
he's
the,
like-
he's the everything there because
Yeah.
he runs it.
And
Except
he
he's
always,
got the
why does
one
he always
waitress
do
girl.
that thing though, where he says
It's
like,
puns.
"Get me another."
He does word puns.
He does
They,
word
like
puns.
rhyming words, but they only rhyme in Japanese, so it doesn't make any sense. They don't, won't make any sense
No.
if they dub it because he's like, and a fish, and
Yeah.
a donut, and a cabbage, and you're like,
But in
those words
Japanese, they all
don't
sound
rhyme.
very
I guess
similar.
They
Yeah,
did something like one where it was kimchi or something.
Mhm.
Like they went off
because they
that.
call it kimchi.
Yeah. Well, no, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
call it kimuchi or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
very
that.
close. Right. So I
But it was
just
'cause
like,
it was
I
it
see,
was a
that's where I
3-syllable,
caught it.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. It
Yeah.
took me like 3 episodes to finally understand what he was doing. I was like, why is he saying random things?
Yeah, it's
And,
just
and the
things
pe-
that
that's why the
sound
penguin's
similar.
always like, "Why are you doing this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes on for so long. But it's good. It's worth checking out. It's
It's very
funnier than
funny.
I expected
Yeah,
it
it's-
to be.
it's
And
easy to
I
watch.
do
Very
not
simple.
like comedy anime. Do not
Yeah.
like it. Never. They tried to make me watch some other one right after that with girls beating each other up for no reason. Not
Oh,
into that at
Nichijou.
all. The action stuff looked cool, but the
Nichijou,
whole time
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, this action looks cool. I wish it was in something that was better than this.
Nichijou is the best, but
Uh,
it's definitely specific. Like
It's very,
This one-
like,
it's good.
very, simple humor.
Yeah, it's easy to watch.
Nichijou?
Yeah.
No,
No,
no.
I don't
Polar
know
Bear
what that
Cafe.
is. No, the Polar Bear Club one.
Mm.
Polar Bear Cafe is good, and there's like 50 episodes, but we've definitely not watched like more than 10 yet. But if all the episodes are like this, it should be good.
Yeah, get to the one where they try to visit him at the zoo. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That was a good one. It's early on. It's like episode 5 or something.
Yeah, something like that. And the other one that we've been watching is One Punch Man.
One Punch
Finally made
Man,
it into
finally.
anime form, and it's just favorite
It's been
manga
years.
or
Yeah, I
some
love
shit,
it.
so-
I've read it for like a couple years now. I tried to get Royce into it then, but he's like, "Oh, it's black and white, and you have to read it backwards."
so I'll never read it.
So I'll
ever.
never read it because he's only into colors and
actual
reading it like
comics
a
that are
comic
read
book.
like a real thing.
like read like a comic and instead of a manga. But it's good. The adaptation is good. Like the first was 6 episodes in, and they've pretty much covered the first 3 volumes. So
yeah, I was
it's
surprised at that because I
pacing.
had just read the first part
Yeah.
of that book that you got.
Well, that was
I
episode
read like
1.
the first half, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's like everything
was-
that I just read."
yep.
Cool.
That's why I think pacing wise they're doing a really good job.
yeah.
And if it's like a 12 episode season, I know where there would be a good time to end the season if obviously they continue for a second season and whatnot. But so far, it's pretty good. The animation's excellent.
Action scenes are cool.
Action scenes are great.
They're as inspirational as they are intimidating
Yes.
when we're about to start doing an action based thing.
I think it's always inspirational for me. I mean, I've read. It's crazy because obviously I read a lot of this like years back. So seeing it moving is really interesting in color as well. the color choices.
Yeah, this is basically for me, so I don't have to read that shit.
Yeah.
And
So
it's-
he has to read it still because it's subtitled.
which is hard because I missed half of it because we watched it on Hulu and the text is white.
Yeah,
with
that's
no
that's
outlines.
awful. Hulu should really fix that.
The cartoon is so bright that you can't read.
Yeah,
half
it's
the things.
difficult. That's why obviously he's probably waiting for dubs.
Oh yeah, that'll be way better.
Hopefully they do dub this,
Oh, I'm sure
but
they will.
I don't
It's
know.
been-
There's this.
It's been so popular so fast.
It is.
There's
and
no
it's-
way it doesn't get.
It's
done.
like instantly a hit, which is they kind of expected it in a sense.
because it's hardcore action and it's silly making fun of shit.
Yeah.
Because it's great for right now when everybody's nostalgic for Dragon Ball.
Yes, it's almost it's not even the same as Dragon Ball at all though.
It's not, but
Same
it's,
I can get into it.
it's the same exact feeling of Dragon Ball,
Kind of, yeah.
with parody attached to it.
Yeah, it's a superhero parody book. For those who don't know what it is, it's called One Punch Man. It's about a guy named Saitama who essentially trains for like 3 years every day.
Don't tell him none of the stuff. Just let
Okay.
him watch it and find out.
Yeah,
the stuff.
it's awesome. Like the name, look at the name One Punch Man. That's really it. It's that. But it's not, it's more than that. It's a lot more than that.
It's more than that, but the short version is there's a normal guy who's the strongest for no reason. Nobody understands.
Like, nobody understands it. And there's every character, like a lot of the side characters, either want to befriend him or hate him,
Right.
want to be his rival.
He's just the strongest, and you got to deal with it.
There's like different, stages, like classes of heroism. And it's just, you're following his journey, his mate's journey throughout, I guess, becoming a hero.
I want to see a One Punch Man Tiger and Bunny crossover.
He would destroy everything.
But he doesn't need to destroy them. I just want them
Yeah.
to
Oh, they wouldn't
exist in the same
understand.
world.
They would
be
never understand
fascinated by
him.
it, though. It'd be
Because
the
it's
best.
like, because to them it's like quirks, right?
Yeah, and they have the hero rankings.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Oh,
all that
again,
stuff
like those
too.
all. There's gonna be a new anime coming out as well, superhero based. Because it seems like these are two big hits for manga right now. That's superhero based.
Mhm.
Normally they don't have mangas that are superhero based.
I think it's because the movies are booming. So
They are booming,
wanna
but it's
see the
also-
Japanese version.
I
of
think,
it.
well, in a sense though, but if you look at the Japanese versions of it, they're definitely influenced by the Western superheroism.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, because obviously mangas, they have people with abilities and whatnot.
Right.
We've got Dragon Ball, where they're aliens. So it's essentially, it's like a Superman guy coming down, but instead of fighting like a superhero, putting tights on, he's just, he fights,
I think only now that the movies are as popular as they are you going to start seeing more of that where they're
Yeah.
like, we can do that, but better because
that's different. In a sense, we could do it different because technically,
Come on, those action scenes. in
they
One
are
Punch-
like, I've never seen anything, and I probably never will see anything like that
You will.
now
will.
soon.
Yeah, you
I
will.
mean, the first thing that we saw was like Man of Steel. I was like, or Matrix.
Mhm.
Go as far back as Matrix. I know they were like, oh, for us, seeing a live action, even though technically it's still CG, it's like, oh, that's fantastic. I've never seen anything like that apart from the anime that I watched 5-6 years ago.
Mhm.
So, that was a nice preview to seeing it in live action, and especially these days with what they're capable of, like Man of Steel.
Mhm.
When Fiora came down, was fighting
When
those
she was
bloody
doing that zip like
that
fast
zip-
punch
zip-
to
yeah,
each dude,
that was
fucking
like
raw.
straight up Dragon Ball, and I'm like, this is better than the Dragon Ball movie that they made, which was
Right.
atrocious, which should have been Dragon Ball, but wasn't Dragon Ball.
Hey
so-
man, it's either going to be video games or anime next in the.
I think it's
line of
video
stuff.
games at this point.
They're trying to get in on anime.
They
too.
are,
keep
I mean,
hearing about Akira,
Attack
and
on
Cowboy
Titan.
Bebop.
And-
Cowboy Bebop or Attack on Titan was not here though. I'm talking about.
No,
it's
I'm
gonna
talking about-
boom over here.
They're thinking about doing. No, actually, my bad. Attack on Titan is a prospect. Death Note is what they're making.
Yeah, but they've been saying they were going to make Death Note
They've-
forever.
there's- Battle Angel Leader now as well.
Forever still.
I
they've
know,
been
but
talking
now
about
that they've attached Robert Rodriguez,
Yeah, fucking.
I think he might. I don't know, but I think Cameron is still attached to it as executive producer, so it is still somebody's baby, but not. He's kind of handing it
Well,
off to
come on,
somebody
what's
else.
the last Robert Rodriguez thing where you were like, "Yup, this is my
Death
dude."
Proof.
Death Proof. That was that legit to you, Death Proof.
I like Death Proof, but again, that
It
was
was-
the
it
last
was-
thing. I can't think
And
of
that's
anything.
the zombie one, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's the one with the machine gun leg.
No, that's Planet.
Oh,
X
my
or
bad.
some
Planet
shit.
Terror.
Yeah, Death Proof.
Death Proof was Tarantino. My bad.
That was the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Death Proof. Planet Terror. I actually enjoy Planet Terror.
I did not enjoy
See, I don't know why
Planet
people
Terror.
didn't like it.
It was fucking trash.
It was silly. It's supposed to be silly though.
Not Rosario Dawson. Rose McGowan.
Yeah, but she's garbage.
Terrible.
Yeah, she's never good in anything.
Guess who else was not good in that? Fucking Josh Brolin. That's what made me.
Was he there?
He was the doctor or
Oh,
whatever.
shit, he was.
That's the movie that made me not like Josh Brolin forever. Like anything I saw him in, I was like, that's that terrible fucker from Planet Terror or whatever. And he's Thanos now, so I got to deal with it. But
at least he's in makeup and CG.
No, he's just a CG character.
Well,
He's not makeup.
that's
That'd be
technically-
cool if they put him in makeup.
It's digital makeup.
They're like, look at this ugly fuck. Let's
Yeah,
put
he
hot
already
dogs
look-
on his chin.
No, but he already looks like a Skrull, doesn't he?
Sort of, yeah. He's got the disproportionate head. In any case,
Live action animes. You think that's going to be next?
I
I'm
think
thinking video
that-
games is
video
next.
games for sure. But look, they were already talking about fucking Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh shit.
All this stuff is right around.
I don't know. There might be like the news about that. It's gone quiet again. So
Because I think the backlash.
I'm thinking they're rethinking it.
hopefully
Yeah,
that's the case.
like it kind of sucks for Scarlett Johansson, but you can't really feel sorry for her. She's got like so many roles.
yeah, she's gonna get
So
paid
it's
either
all
way.
good. Yeah, she's gonna be in something, but they might recast to an Asian.
Come
at this
on,
point.
give us Asian.
Like I don't know what the
Asian.
issue is about giving an Asian a lead.
But I'm so excited about even the Ghost in the Shell animated movie that's coming out. I'm so
This month?
excited. Is it this month?
Yes, this month.
We gotta go, Floof. We're gonna go see another anime in the movie theater.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. I'm
Cool.
excited.
It should be good. Hopefully.
That is exciting me. That trailer, if you haven't watched that trailer yet,
I don't think I've seen it
people out
fully.
there in the world, watch that trailer. The trailer music is the best, and Ramzoid is hella good. Look up their EP. You can find it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, see, we got that.
That one is also exciting.
But in terms of live action animes, I'm thinking they will probably tap into Attack on Titan, dude.
They need to do One Punch Man with fucking
Sandberg?
Sandberg, yeah, Andy Sandberg and Saitama.
People would
Who would
hate
you get
it.
as Genos?
He's younger than him.
Right. Who would play a good like
Fucking-
robot younger to a Sandberg?
For a second, I was like, Zac Efron, maybe?
Is he too short?
Maybe.
He's
I don't
really
know.
short.
Though. Is he? How short is
He's
he?
really short.
Or if they
Is he
got
really short?
Change Tatum.
No.
Yeah, he's not even
They
that.
like putting him in stuff.
They
now.
do.
But he's Gambit, so he can't do that.
Yeah. Actually, after yes,
Who
I
would
don't
be
know.
a good younger?
Remember, he's
partner
younger
to-
than him.
and he's got to be the like I'm handsome or whatever because everybody thinks he's legit.
Well, he does. He's not saying he's handsome. People
Right. Other
always
people, that's
call
what I'm
him.
saying.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has to be that.
He has to be a pretty boy, and that's his look. That's his look
He
in
has
general.
to look like a typical hero. Who could do that, man?
I
How
don't
old
know,
is
that's-
Genos supposed to look?
Well, Genos, the character, is 19.
Okay, so he should look like a younger. Do you get what's his face from Kingsman?
Oh, isn't he
Eggsy.
short though?
Eggsy.
No,
He ain't short.
no, not
Right,
shorter
he's
than
not.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, I suppose. Is Zac Efron that short?
Yeah, that's why everybody's like, get him to be Wolverine. 'cause
Is
he's
he a midget?
Yeah, he is hella small.
Oh, that's
He's
crazy.
not like hella small. I think she's 5'8" or shorter, which is
Or shorter, yeah.
But that's
he's
short in
pretty
Hollywood.
shorter.
Yeah.
That is short in Hollywood, so
Well, if you're gonna be a
Well, that's the
leading
average height in
man
Hollywood.
type dude,
I
anyway.
guess.
Well,
I think a One Punch Man, a live action, as awesome as it would be, it'd have to be amazing.
Come on, man, get the Wachowskis or Snyder to do it. Get Snyder to do it.
Could he do the humor?
Yeah,
You think?
Dawn of the Dead was really funny.
I guess.
I thought it was really funny. I love that movie.
Was it intentionally funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually. It was.
Yeah,
That was a
movie
good
great.
film.
I like that movie a lot.
I think he could do a good job. But I don't know what like casting Genos would be tricky.
Yeah, it would. But
Casting a lot of them would be pretty tricky. I think, and I'm sure so many people would already be like, "No, Sandberg's never gonna be Saitama.
but
That's
come on,
garbage."
his dumb face
His
is
dumb face
perfect.
is perfect. Yeah, he has to
And
have
he
it.
could nail the like I just do push-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
He could nail that.
All the
shit.
serious scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
After watching fucking that police show that he's in,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
perfect.
He's
It's perfect.
He'd be so good.
Just
man.
shave his head.
Yeah, I would love it.
That'd be so humorous, though.
Yeah, because he looks like an idiot, and it would fully
Yeah.
fully go into the character.
He'd have to yoke up a bit, though.
Only, well, I mean, he would, but so.
It's only
rarely
for
do you
that scene,
see
though.
him
Yeah,
with
you
with
don't
his
see him
clothes on or
often. Yeah,
whatever.
with his clothes off.
They
And
could
plus,
make
even
that
with his
happen.
clothes on, he doesn't look huge at
And
all.
Sandberg's a relatively fit guy.
He is. That's the thing.
If you ever
yeah.
see him, not in stuff, he's pretty.
I guess
fit
he
guy.
could, but still, because he's only in that scene.
Mhm.
That's the only time where he's like, no.
He's got to go Ben Stiller, where that dude's like randomly yoked. Have you seen like Ben Stiller in like Heavyweights, the kid movie?
He's huge.
Yeah, he's ripped, and
Which
he's
is
like, and
weird.
it's random. He's still all the time.
He's fit.
Like,
He's
a
definitely
fitness
kept
guy.
himself fit, but he's not like
They gotta
that.
get Sandberg to do that.
But that, I mean, like, if Hugh Jackman, and for like, obviously Hugh Jackman's a weird comparison because he's essentially
Right.
made his body
right.
no fat. But if you even like read the interviews about how he does that, it's hard work just for like the days. Like, yeah, I don't drink water for like 30 hours
Trying to get
before
his
this scene,
veins to pop out and crap.
so I'm all dried out and shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is terrible.
It sounds like body torture.
But if you look at him, he's like no
Yeah,
fat.
but he looks
ever.
like a fucking superhero.
Yeah, he does. That's essentially it. So I think Sam. I honestly think Sandberg could do it because he could pull off the humor, the serious stuff, which because it's supposed to be funny. It's not
Right.
supposed to be serious.
maybe throw Stephen Chow's hat in the ring
Oh,
for director,
Absolutely, or at least like
executive producer,
choreographer or some
something.
shit,
Get
like
him in
something.
there
Yeah,
somewhere.
something. Because if you look at his films with the live action stuff, it's like you're reading a manga when he does it.
Mhm.
I think it could be dope, man.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. Hopefully, we're still around.
I think it could happen. I think Japan will do it before anybody else does.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know how good it'll be. I think it'll be garbage. Like, because you've only seen Attack on Titan, and that is not the best example. I need you to watch Rurouni Kenshin, man.
Rurouni Kenshin doesn't give me anywhere.
I
the
know,
same kind
but
of action
it
or-
looks-
or effects.
It's done really, really
I believe
well.
it, but it's just
You're hoping for
samurais
effects,
fighting.
yeah,
That's
it is.
easier to do.
It is, but the way they pull off some of these stuff, because in the manga he does like zip line type shit.
I believe it, but
And
it's
it looks
not quite
really
punching
cool.
a mountain
Yes.
in half.
It isn't. It isn't punching a fucking creature and destroying
Right,
it. Yeah.
fighting a titan and
I don't
punching it
know.
once and shredding its body.
I
in
don't
half.
know. It's. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, so far the anime's it's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what sales are doing, but I don't think Volume 1's out yet. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. People seem to be enjoying it. People people who are fans of the manga don't seem to be complaining about it.
Right, which is what everybody expected.
Yeah, they're complaining. It's like,
all the
oh,
fanboys
like,
ahead of time were like, "There's no way it lives up to."
well, yeah, because they heard like, oh,
animes."
Madman's Madhouse is doing it.
Right, we hate Madhouse.
Like
We
Madhouse
hate
is
Dragon
like
Ball.
hit and miss, and it's like they should have gone to this studio and whatnot. And it's like, so
I
far,
think so far it's been wicked.
so far I've not been disappointed. I know some people like they should have used Murata's scene for that jungle, for that forest thing, and I'm like, they used the manga version, so it is Murata's scene still.
Right, we were talking about that too.
Yeah.
And way less people have seen the webcomic.
But not just that, Murata did that for the webcomic specifically. If you read the original one by one,
Mhm.
his was quick.
Right,
He just it's supposed to be a quick thing because it's supposed to show that Speed of Sound Sonic is nothing
right.
to him. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna stick my hand out. I've already got you.
Mm-hmm.
But in the manga, in the web version, Murata just wanted to try something out.
Right.
For that week, it's like it'd be weird if he released a chapter where it's just 3 pages.
Mhm.
So instead, he split it up to like 12 or 13, and he animated it, and that's fine. And people were like, this guy's insane. Yeah, he's just showing what he's capable of doing. But technically, that scene is this quick.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that in the anime, and I thought it worked perfectly.
So watch out, Jeff's gonna bring out his inner Murata for this wrestling.
Oh, fucking! I wish. I'm going to try. I always will try, but it's such a hard feat. Such a hard feat. But yeah, in terms of anime, I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad that it's finally animated.
It's been good so far. I'm not
It's been
disappointed.
good. No.
I'm glad I don't have to read it.
I still think, yeah, you know what? They're gonna catch up to it eventually.
They'll get there.
I'll get there.
And
And
I'll
plus,
be watching.
I know that they're gonna because they did a bunch of special issues that didn't appear in the main story.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably animate those because they could fit in anywhere.
Yeah, maybe.
And those are good. Those are actually good stories, but they don't really progress. Like they kind of fit better in between arcs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like the next arc, the next major arc is I think Sea King, and that's a good one.
Well, I'm excited to see where it goes story wise.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
No other anime stuff though, right? That's it. That's the two.
That's it. I'm watching Dragon Ball Super, and it's fun. I mean, that one you can definitely tell the animation goes back
They
and
gotta
forth.
step their shit up now.
They do, but I also understand why they're not.
But they got to now.
I don't
the
think they have.
competition's out, dude.
Competition's always present, but Dragon Ball has a name.
Dragon Ball has a name, but now the competition for that kind of action has stepped up. I would think that there's some initiative to step up.
I think so, but I think like if
you can't let other people out Dragon Ball.
I think if you speak to other people who watch anime, they probably would have stated many other titles that would have already out Dragon Ball.
But probably not from when Dragon Ball was currently happening.
Oh, yeah, it's different. Like, some people would still be, like, into the Naruto stuff these days.
But that was after the fact. Like, now a Dragon Ball series is
back,
happening
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
They've got to compete with whatever the level of action is that's out now.
And right now, it's One Punch Man.
Yeah. Come
So,
on, man.
yeah,
You gotta step your game up, Dragon Ball.
It's tricky. Again, like, Dragon Ball's 100 episodes.
Let's see some new angles,
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen any of that
let's
yet.
see some people getting smacked on real hard, some new kind of action sequences, because...
Haven't seen any of that yet. Because right now, they're still retelling the story
if
of...
Dragon Ball fights moved like the fights in One Punch Man, it would change it completely.
Oh,
like,
it'd be a different game.
If the action was more like fighting instead of...
because a lot of the One Punch Man, it is actual...
Yeah.
When they do the close-up,
it's there's a choreo to
Yes,
it.
there is absolutely choreography behind it because they want to show that the moves connect. Like, there are definitely moves that they'll show where you'll see, like, 100 fists.
Mm-hmm.
So it's become, like, Fist of the North Star type thing. But...
Even that scene where they do that in the intro, where then it starts lighting up all the fucking big-ass, like,
but it's still... They don't even do that. They don't do that in Dragon Ball.
No, but they need to.
Oh, hopefully. I doubt it, though, because it's very Toriyama still. But see, that's the difference between Toriyama's storytelling and Murata storytelling.
But that kind of sequence in with Dragon Ball characters makes so much sense.
It would be insane.
It would be so great.
It would be insane. There was actually a short manga that Murata drew for the release of, I think, Jump All Stars in Japan, and it featured Goku, Bobo, that big dude, Luffy, and I forget who else. And so it's him drawing all these characters doing their thing, and just seeing it from his point of view. Excellent. He's just so good.
I believe
he's so good. Like him drawing Luffy, and I'm like, if he drew One Piece, the fan base would be different. But if it's still the One Piece story, it would definitely get people who were not into One Piece at all to read it because of the style alone. Because that's why a lot of people don't like One Piece, because of the way it's illustrated. If once you get over that and you like, this story is fucking excellent, then you're in.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely
it's the art style thing. Yeah.
It's the art style and the design of the characters.
I love the designs though. I think, but see, weirder designs again, like if it was drawn by somebody else, I'm pretty sure you would appreciate it too. For the most, like, there are definitely some which are definitely out there.
Right, a lot of the villains I've seen, I don't think there's anybody could draw it where I'd go, yeah, now it's cool.
I think Murata could.
No.
Murata could. Man.
I don't think so. I really don't think
Not all villains. There are some villains I reckon he could.
I know it'd be a thing where I'm like, that guy right there is drawn as best as that.
Yeah,
guy
absolutely. But he's still not cool.
I still hate it.
he's still weak sauce to you. All right. That's weird.
You think that's weird?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel, what's a character that you dislike?
If
anything, just a character that you do not like.
I don't like the appearance.
Yeah, visually, you're like, I do not like that character. That character is garbage visually.
That's a good one. There's a handful of One Piece characters.
Is there?
Yeah, because sometimes the designs are just bizarre.
Outside of One Piece, there's no super well known one that you're like, nope, that guy just does not appeal to me.
Uncle Grandpa, it's that one cartoon.
I don't know.
It's weird. He's a weird looking character.
That's bizarre.
But I think that's his point. He's supposed to be a weird.
There's no mainstream characters that you don't.
If I have to think about it, clearly I can't. But unless, of course, I've just blocked them out of my mind. Kanoe, can you think of any mainstream character that you don't like the look of?
The look of?
The
visually, like they just annoy you, or you go, I just don't like it.
The Green Goblin went in Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Live action Green Goblin.
Spider-Man's. Yeah, and it was a mix. Well, it's a mix. it's a mix of him playing that character so freaking creepy, but like that in addition to how fucking weird that costume looked, like how
The like shiny metal.
yeah, I didn't like.
Do you think it would have been better if it was like it was just his face?
No, that'd be worse. Dude.
Or
But he's
His
a
face is
goblin.
terrifying.
The animatronic one they showed.
Oh, have you seen that animatronic one?
The animatronic one?
Oh,
they did a
dude.
test. They were gonna do Green Goblin's face as like an animatronic mix with like a human mouth and an animatronic eyebrows. Where
No,
he
you need to
he
see
looked
this.
Like,
Nightmare.
he looked like
It's-
the comic book version.
it is
of Green Goblin,
amazing.
and
Oh.
it's amazing.
It
Looking.
is amazing, and it's
Oh, I feel like
so
I think I showed
unfortunate
it
that
to
it was
you
never
already.
used.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
Here's
Fellas,
hoping
people
if they
listening,
do
yeah.
if they do them in the new universe, hopefully they take a cue
I
from that.
bloody hope so because yeah, for those listening, if you've ever seen that clip, then you'd understand why we're like talking it up.
Yeah. Plus, Marvel's been pretty good about like trying
Costumes?
to stay close to what
Yeah.
the characters look like.
What are the bigger changes?
Who's the character that looks the most? Which Marvel character looks the most different? Probably Cap, but his costume changes all the time.
Cap looks, to be honest, Cap looks really close. Aesthetically, he's got the key points.
Right. He's got all the things that make him look
Hawkeye
like Cap.
doesn't
Hawkeye.
really.
Hawkeye.
He doesn't have the mask. He's got the long robish coat thing.
Yeah.
Never really had that in the books.
Yeah, not until now. when
Not
they
until
tried to
now.
catch up to
They
it.
definitely gave him his own character, which is cool. But if you said if you showed me
He
that
looked
photo,
like he was supposed to be based on the Ultimate version. So
okay, that makes more
He
sense.
didn't wear the mask.
Yeah,
he
that
just
makes more
wore
sense.
Glasses.
Were you always saying that Loki was supposed to be really ugly looking and like
Loki traditionally is ugly in the face.
Traditionally,
yeah?
But
But
his costume was pretty close
It's
to
pretty
what
good.
you would
It's
imagine
very
for
good.
Loki. He's
It's-
got the big.
they got the
gold
they got
horns
the
and stuff.
colors correct,
Oh, yeah.
and that's the thing that I appreciate. I think they got the colors
Right.
correct for the most part. If not dulled down, it's still there. It's still present. Like Vision was fucking great.
Yeah.
Iron Man, all his Iron Man suits have all been, Iron Man.
They got the Thor. They even got
Thor,
the
they've got
discs
they've
on
got the
it.
disc,
They
which
don't
is
give 'em the
awesome.
helmet
Yeah,
anymore,
the
but-
helmet sucks, but what are you gonna do? I kind of wish they streamlined the helmet because when he first
It
wore
was
it in the first
blocky.
one, it was huge.
It was big, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I wish they would have showed it more than once.
Right, because they made it.
Right. If you made
It's
it,
a
just
prop.
have
That's
it
what
there.
I always find crazy. I'm like, you had Croft.
But it's just
making
weird.
all these.
All the other people wear their fucking
Loki's
helmet.
always wearing his
Loki
fucking
wears
helmet.
it. Odin
Always.
wears
Odin's
it.
always wearing it.
Thor's just like, man,
Oh, like my lovely
hey, look
locks.
how cute I am,
Yeah.
though.
If they made the helmet more streamlined,
Yeah.
like just armor like,
I think they
it would look
tried
cool.
to. It was just
Did
also
they?
very
It was
big.
huge.
It was big.
Does he have a
but-
big head?
Probably. But they
Because it's the
also
wig
did
as
it
well.
to look like a helmet instead of the little yarmulke with wings on it.
You don't have to make it look like a yarmulke. You could make it more closed in, kind of like Magneto's in a sense,
Right.
but not like long
Mm-hmm.
lengthwise, like to the jaw, but just more closer to the scalp.
Right.
What I'm saying.
Gotta fit all that
Yeah,
hair, man. Got a
it's
lot of
that
hair.
dumb wig, but whatever.
And he had a huge wig in that first movie.
That's why. Other characters that have looked close, like Samuel L. Jackson looks essentially like Samuel L. Jackson, so he looks like ultimate Nick Fury, no
Right.
problem.
Ant-Man looked like Ant-Man.
Ant-Man looks
They're all pretty
fantastic.
close. So if they're thinking about doing Spider-Man's universe and,
I'd love
and
to
his
see,
villains, I
but
imagine
my
they're gonna
problem
look like
is if they choose, they're not going to choose the ultimate Green Goblin
that. Hopefully not.
because people are going to go, is that Hulk? Is that Abomination?
Right. It'll definitely be that type of.
I'd rather it be like
I think we
the
have a
first.
while before we get to that.
I'd want the
but
first
I
full
hope
Goblin.
we get finally get a Goblin that looks like.
Because
Green
if
Goblin.
like the first villain he gets is say Mysterio, I want the fucking fish.
you got to do the.
I want the
dome.
fish bowl.
It's
Yes.
his iconic.
I think
look.
you can make it look good too.
I did like the version of Mysterio in the Ultimate Universe, though.
What did
I
it
thought
look like
his look
there?
was interesting. He just had no
Was it
head.
like a
it was
digital?
made out of steam. It was like a steam.
Oh, okay.
With you could
Do
see
that.
his black head, but
Do
it
that,
was
but
like-
that's still Mysterio.
But the dome, I think is really cool. They have to do that in some way. But I'm still kind of holding out hope of my idea of the Spider-Man universe, where they're all like low budget, looking all the costumes and stuff.
I'm fine with that. Like
I really want to see that.
because again, it makes sense. He's not a top tier hero. He's a
Right.
street. He's slightly above street level, if anything.
And I'm hoping, because I hope they don't do the Oscorp runs everything thing again, because that kind of ruined the villains of
It's
the
like,
last
oh, they're all Oscorp.
Yeah. But anywho, I'm sure there's at least one character out there where you're like, that
Can you
character has
think
a
of-
shit design. I don't know, Jar Jar Binks or something.
I don't mind his design.
I don't like
His
it.
character was dumb.
Right, but I'm like, there's got to be at least one super sick Jar Jar Binks image out there where I'm like, now Jar Jar Binks is tight. Not gonna happen.
Nah. It depends who draws it.
No, it's not gonna happen. Like Fugitoid. I don't think there's a way to draw Fugitoid.
Yeah, Fugitoid is weak sauce.
Where I'm like, yeah, now Fugitoid.
He's already a boring design, though.
Right.
He's like a...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
I
got to be
guess.
at least one shit character out there where you're like, no, there's not really a way to do that one where I'm gonna be into it.
But, like, you could even go as far as, like, the androids in Star Wars.
Star Wars. Oh, what the androids look like?
Like R2-D2 and C-3PO. They're not freaking cool looking.
I suppose not.
I know, a bunch of Star Wars.
You think they look cool? I think R2D2 just is like a trash can with wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's
Which
almost
is fine.
it's a Wall-E-ish, but then I like
They're very
Wall-E.
simple.
Right.
But because Wall-E reminds me of Johnny Number 5, but
Right. But you know,
I don't know. But see, those
They're not, like,
characters.
that character is weak though. I'm like, a
Oh,
character
yeah,
you dislike, not a character that's just kind of there.
I don't really have like. Again, if I dislike something, usually
Yeah, visually.
Just visually.
yeah,
That's really hard for.
it is. It's supposed
Because you only remember the ones you care
exactly. I'll either it's probably removed from my brain, my memory.
And
about.
then-
Plastic
mentioned-
Man.
I
I think he's fun.
I think he looks dumb.
He's
And
goofy,
there's
but he's
not-
supposed to be goofy.
I get that he's supposed to be goofy, and the character is probably fine because of that. But there's not going to be a picture of Plastic Man in his current outfit
Yeah.
ever drawn in the world where I'm like, yeah, that is tight, so tight that now I'm like, I like Plastic Man.
That's hard though. That's a big call for one image to change your entire perspective on the
Even
character.
if I'm like, okay, I don't think there's a way to draw Plastic Man where I'm going to think he looks cool even.
so you would like you would never even draw him yourself.
Not even like, it doesn't have to change my mind about the character. Just think he looks cool.
He looks cool
the
in this
image.
one.
I don't think it can happen. He looks too fucking dumb. The weird like angular goggles and shit. You'd have to redesign him completely. You can't draw his actual outfit and me be like, yeah, Plastic Man's
Plastic Man?
legit now. I can't think of it. I can't think of a way.
Yeah, I can't think of anything at this point.
Not a single character.
I'm sure I've erased it from my mind.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Write in with what characters you think
Write in,
will look
comment
dumb no
in.
matter how they're drawn.
Maybe.
Yeah, name some. I'm curious.
I
What
am
people
curious.
think Are the designs are so bad? There's no way to draw.
Because
it.
I'm trying to think right now. Again, it's because if I don't like him, I'm most
sure
likely
there's
gonna.
so
There's
many
gotta, there's probably
That
heaps.
we're just like missing.
Like I reckon if we look up like a list of characters and we look at each of them and go
Oh.
dumb.
Right.
I definitely, even though I said Green Goblin in the old one, the Green Goblin that was in Amazing Spider-Man's looked fucking dumb. That was such a. I feel like. That
Okay,
was
there we go.
A letdown when he came out and you saw him.
He
like,
looks
all
stupid. The hair.
But do you think there's ever a way that someone could draw that same design and you'd be like, "That's cool now"?
I mean,
Without
yeah, they
changing
could
the
have worked
design.
on it more and had it come out to a cool design.
Not change the design. I'm just saying. Do you think it could be depicted?
Drawn.
Yeah,
Cool,
drawn
yeah.
in a way where you think
I
it's
think
cool
so.
without changing the
Yep.
design.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
definitely.
I think
that,
so.
That makes it different, right?
It does. But it's that version. That's the only one
It
that
has
exists.
to be that costume and everything.
I think it could. I think if drawn properly,
Mhm.
if drawn by an artist I like, I
Drawn
think
properly, his weird skin condition may look cool.
yeah, his hair might actually look the way it's supposed to, instead of using his head.
His hair might look the way it's
His hair was like
His hair was
burnt
fucking
off or some shit, and it was
Mm.
like it looked silly. He looked silly,
It did look very random.
and he had like the teeth that
Which-
has been
I
chopped
liked
off.
the idea.
The
of some
ideas
of
were
those
great.
things,
Ideas. It was the execution.
but it didn't seem appropriate for that particular character.
Felt weird.
And what it looked like in the end didn't really
No,
work out.
didn't reflect what their idea was supposed to
Right.
be.
But
Not
I did,
entirely.
I did like his laugh, and I loved his fucking theme.
His laugh was good.
I
I
the
liked
theme.
his the glider.
Glider was fine, but you know, you
It's a
can't really
glider.
fuck up the
Yeah,
glider at this
It's a
point,
glider.
unless they just start putting dumb shit all over it. I don't know if they made the glider that legit looked like the comic book version, where it's like bat wings and a dumb face on the front of it. I don't know if that.
But see, no, you'd have to adapt that to make it look modern.
right.
And you still you definitely could make that look cool.
You can make it look cool, but it's hard to make those kinds of choices make sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, why does this glider is shaped like a bat?
Yep.
Like they always go, yeah, we're building it for some military purpose. It's
So
never
so you're
like-
telling me he paints all of his bombs to look like pumpkins?
right? Right, they just had those
Yeah,
already.
he's always had pumpkin bombs. Like seriously, that was a thing that they made.
They made pumpkin bombs already before.
This guy must have loved Halloween, right?
or something.
He just likes. He's into goblins.
Yeah, he just really likes
But-
pumpkin. It's in the fall.
I hope whoever villain they choose for Spider-Man looks cool and is cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they interpret action for him this third time around. Because
Should
there's
be
so many
interesting.
opportunities that we have not.
But like you have to remember, he's going to be interacting with the Marvel
It
universe.
is true, and I'm really excited. Anyway, we're going on a tangent. This is supposed to be the anime episode.
We did talk about anime though,
So we will catch up for the rest of these comic book things on the next episode.
which is probably sooner than this one.
I think we're going to record
Again
probably
this week. Yeah.
once we have some more
Once
news.
we've gathered some actual news. This one was kind of to make up for last week and the week before because we were in California the week before
For our friend's wedding.
for a friend, for our mate's
Amber,
wedding.
Adam and Bridget.
I'm gonna add some more there.
G.I. Joe lady.
Fireworks. I'm gonna look for fireworks.
And then like a 3-second long fart.
I can do that.
He said he could do it.
I can do it. I'm gonna find it. I'm not gonna make it. A 3-second long. That's freaking hard. That's a lot of gas right there.
It really is.
a lot
Plus
of
3
gas right
seconds
there.
goes on for a really
That's
long.
like,
Think
especially if
about
it's just a fart. 3 seconds is a long time.
Oh man.
But I will put it in there.
My roommate
I will-
pooped on my rug one time. Anyway, all right.
Not this roommate, mind you.
Not this roommate.
Not
not
this
this
one.
roommate. All right. Stay tuned for Chaps. We'll catch you on the next one, which
Stay
will be
tuned.
hopefully pretty soon.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye.
What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat. What up, Chip and Chap? This is Chip and Chap Chat.